Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it. And thanks to all the witnesses who are here. I appreciate your testimony, your preparation. I know it took quite a bit of time, I'm sure, to put together your statements today. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. My question kind of stems around education. As my members are starting to know, and as many people do know, I come from the salad bowl of the world. They're on the central coast of California. But we're looking to change that name, actually. We're going to call it the salad bar of the world. And no, I'm serious. And the reason they're doing that is because a lot of the growers and the shippers, what they realized is that the people who work for them weren't eating the same foods that they're picking. And they realized how to get to them is by getting to their kids. And so what a lot of our ag companies have done have donated salad bars, over 100, to the local schools to start getting our children, including my 2 daughters, to start eating more healthy foods, having that salad bar option. And they're doing that. And what they're seeing is that when their children start to eat more at schools, those trends, they go home and their parents start to develop those same trends. And it's actually working to a certain extent. And so my question is to, how do we continue, besides ag companies donating salad bars to our schools, how do we continue to educate our children when it comes to, getting them to eat healthier in our schools? How do we do that?
A couple of things that the food retailers are working on. One is a very high percentage of our companies do in-store tours. I mentioned earlier that about 95% of them have on-staff nutritionists and dietitians. And what they're doing is actually bringing school groups into the stores. And the nutritionists and the dietitians take the children through the store and help them understand about nutrition, help them understand the kinds of nutrients and vitamins they get from various products and the balance that they need to be trying to achieve in their lives. So that's one thing that I think has worked well and will continue to work well. Another thing that we've done at FMI through our FMI Foundation is we've just had our 2nd annual National Family Meals Month in September. And the notion of National Family Meals Month is sort of multifold. One is that some of the societal challenges we have are improved by having more frequent family meals. And I'm talking now about school truancy, underage drinking, drug abuse, etc. The research shows that more family meals tends to bring down the incidences with young children and teenagers. But in addition to that, what we find is that children who engage with their families at mealtime, both by cooking, by purchasing the food, by being involved in preparation and serving, they tend to have a better understanding of nutrition and diet and health than those that don't. So we're promoting National Family Meals within our organization, but also at store level. And we've had, as I mentioned, our 2nd annual in September of 16. So this is something that we're doing on an annual basis so that our retailers can actually be engaged with their customers in helping children engage more with the preparation of food in their homes.
I appreciate it. With the FENI programs and the SNAP Ed program, what do those entail?
Yeah, I was just going to say we work in 100 schools in Pennsylvania, and we doing SNAP Ed nutrition education work. So teaching kids to try new foods. A lot of it is also peer-to-peer marketing. So getting kids to be leaders in changing their school environment, youth-led wellness councils, and you really find that when the students are kind of marketing to their peers around healthier eating, that has a big impact. We also do, to the Congressman's point, we work with our Get Hype Philly program is about healthy eating and exercise. So the combination of both those is really important.
Great. In regards to Dr. Wansink, you talked about middle of the road consumers. You mentioned signs, service structure. Is there anything else we can do to target them? I mean, what else can we do?
Well, what can be done at a retail level is to make sure that the foods we want to guide them for. Let's say the healthier foods end up being the ones that are most convenient to purchase, they're most attractive to purchase, not just by price, but attractive looking, attractively named, attractively positioned, and then they're also more normal. Because right now, it's just not normal to buy a lot of healthy things in a grocery store because you feel like you're kind of a strange person. Simply a lot of placement changes can make a big difference. Thank you very much for your questions.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Too much
Chairman.
time, Joe Beck.